Alright, so I could be addicted to illegal substances, or I could be a part of the RC hobby, and I choose the latter because I am still having so much fun all these years later. Thankfully for me, doing this show, I've been able to see some of the most amazing radio control hobby creations that this world has to offer. And I've met some of the most amazing RC hobbyists and builders all around the world. Now, thankfully, the internet and YouTube and Facebook and all these places have brought us all together. And I was able to acquire a piece of RC artwork. Now, once in a while, I bring around one of those pieces onto the show. Now, you already have seen the thumbnail, so let's get right to it. Semi Joe is a legend in the RC building industry, hobby, community, what have you. He is very well known. Building from the 1980s onward, he has had more than 1,200 separate builds for customers. You guys can check out his eBay store in the video description box down below if you want to go and see some of the parts he might have or some of the custom builds that he does from time to time. He also has a Facebook page. This is where I sourced this beautiful handmade Steiger. Now, don't get me wrong, there are pieces on this that originally started off as a toy, or for example, this blade from RC four-wheel drive, this whole plow setup. You'll also see a dual motor winch on the front of this Steiger, but this Steiger actually starts as an Ertl, which is actually a two-wheeled toy. And what Semi Joe is really known for, apart from his styrene ability, forming, fabricating, and making things into difference, is for his truck fabrication in the RC world. Now, not just that, there's a ton of things he's known for, but really let's get into what we're looking at here on this very unique piece that I was able to pick up. Now, for example, this toy actually started off as only 2 axles. He actually was able to chop and form and mold and add on another axle onto the back. Now, those are, I believe, the 1.9 size mud basher tractor tire from RC four-wheel drive. But check it out. He doubled up on each wheel and put it on to one of the wide RC four-wheel drive puller rims. Now, I've got those same rims right over there on that fella. And you can see those puller tires there on the Blazer. That's one of my favorites. You can see here that it was able to accommodate 2 of these mud tires. So if you guys are looking for a quick way for you to double up your tires and make it look like you've got a dually, now you can see that with that puller rim and 2 of these tires, you can actually do that. What an amazing machine right away just to look at. The Steiger, my friends. I live on a ranch. For those that are just new to my channel and have never seen this channel before, I have a small acreage here where we see these machines farming all the time. So for me to have a piece of Semi Joe's building wonder, as well as the ability for me to have this on the show, I immediately took it. Look at that. When I go to turn it, signal light, other way, signal light. Now, I'll fire this up for you in a second here. I know a lot of you guys right now are like in awe, just staring at it like I am. I'm gonna fire this up for you here in a moment. Thought I'd give you a once around so you can have a really good look at it. Now, I would pop open this hood for you to show you the giant motor that he put in there on the other side. But unfortunately, that winch is in the way with the plow setup. But I believe that is 700 plus size motor in there. He really beefed this up. There's such little room. Look at this, the whole thing has a sound kit. I had to squeeze a 2200 size battery in there as well, 3-cell. Got all the wires put in there as small as I could. He even put a fan on the inside there, on this custom-made box to hold all of this. Look at this. Push it on there a little bit more. But I unboxed it yesterday, and I'm just still trying to get the perfect fit into there. But you want to hear that sound card? Let's fire this up. There it is. I'll show you underneath this beast in a moment. I haven't even put it on the ground yet. I wanted to keep those tires nice and new looking for you guys. Backing it up. No driver, ghost driver, but I think it's an appropriate color for a ghost driver. Here's the horn right here. Look at this. Here, I'll shut this down for a second. Let me come around to this side. See these knobs on top of this radio? What I've done is I've hooked up the channels to the knobs. So if I use this one, left and right, Semi Joe hooking up this whole thing properly for me up front. And then check it out, the winch. Down and up and down and up. So if I didn't need to have the plow on there, basically I could take this plow off and still be able to pull anybody out with the winch on the front. Plus, he put a light setup in here. There's green lights, but unfortunately, as soon as we put in the big winch, it covered up the two green lights, but there's these two headlights as well. So I'm gonna wanna figure out how to get my pistol grip radio set up so I can activate the lights. He had his on a dual radio setup, like a dual stick radio. So he would be able to just tap down and turn on the lights, whereas mine being a pistol grip radio, I'm not quite sure how to set it up yet. Wild about Steiger. You ready for me to blow your mind? The Volvo A40G, or it should be the AUG. Look at that. So there is quite a size difference between these two trucks. Of course, this Volvo is a monster, and if anybody has a Tamiya semi-truck, I'm going to do that as a comparison. There. So I've got a lowrider semi-truck, and that's about right, hey? Pretty close, but then the Aeromax itself, that kind of dwarfs the Steiger a little bit. So the scale's a little bit different from what I would use in YouTube Gold, but still such an incredible machine. This could be my mini Steiger. Dude, everything about this ride is awesome. Even check it out underneath. Here, just get that engine turned off. Now you can have a look. See this? All aluminum Lesu axles. All steel drive shafts into transfer case, all metal. Straight back through to the other two drive shafts, or to the other two axles, pardon me, and there you can see there's the on-off switch for it. Now, what I find extra interesting is this machine has really been made for pulling. Can it pull like massive amounts? No, it's still like a small RC machine, but anything Semi-Joe is going to be beefy. That is what he is known for. So check it out. Look at this pulling bar he put on the bottom. It's like a torsion bar. If you hitch up to something heavy here, let's just look at the way it's kind of linked in here. I'm going to roll this over. So when you push down on the bar, let's see if I can get this to move so you can see it. There it is. When I push down, come on, I'm saying it every time. There it is. When I'm pushing down, what that's doing is pushing against the top of the cab, which is actually pushing the tires down further into the ground, like a weight transfer. So the more weight here, the more it pushes the front into the ground to try to give it more traction. Now this is just a beautiful piece of artwork, guys. I haven't taken it outside yet. I'm still playing with it. I'm just kind of sitting here looking at it. Now, when you go to get hand work or custom work, you can be expecting to pay top dollar for it. But if you see things like this and you gotta have one, you will find a way to get it. And I'll say, you should go check out Semi-Joe. Because being the legend that he is, he's always got creative things on the go. And I know right now he's working on a Steiger like this at the time of this filming that's got massive clodbuster tires. Now, plowing my snow has never been so much fun. I can hardly wait to use this on the show coming up, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, the notify button. Leave a comment. What do you think of custom work like this, eh? Sometimes if I didn't bring it on the show, I wonder if people would even know if this stuff even existed.